So for my interview, I chose an emerging adult who's 24 years old, pseudonym Jadon. Uh, he works for a pipe fitting company as a receiver for all the materials that then go to all the departments. Um, but most importantly for him, he's an aspiring writer. I was very impressed with the fact that he works a full time job and um, continues to write. He's written 2 books and a bunch of short stories. One he's published in Amazon, and he has a following on social media. And those who read his books say that they really enjoy them. So he really desires to be a writer in life. The job that he has just provides for him. And again, I was just really impressed by the fact that he works full time and still um, wants to achieve his goal as being a writer rather than being lazy and depending on people to support him. He supports himself and his aspirations to succeed in life. Um, One of the things that stood out to me was that he had this love-hate relationship with technology. He um, loves the fact that there's all this information accessible to us in this time through the internet and so quickly. But then he also shared how he can really be distracted and held to the the technology, especially video gaming, which I found very interesting. That he said he was addicted to gaming, and that a lot of his friends who are the same age are addicted to gaming. I find that that's kind of prevalent in this time frame with his age group. It's almost like they never really left the adolescent stage of their lives, and maybe that's possibly connected with the way they were raised by their parents, but or maybe even the emerging of technology and how it just stuck with them. Either way, that really surprised me because I always associated gaming with children, and so to see an emerging adult say I'm gaming with all these other emerging adults, and it seems like they're successful. Again, he works, so it's not like it takes up too much, but he did relay the fact that it kind of distracts him from doing the things that are most important, like reading and writing other stories and books that he wants to. Another thing that struck me about Jadon is that he has pathology such as depression and anxiety, but he also has this great confidence. He exudes confidence. Very, very polite young man. Very well rounded. Seems very balanced. Very articulate and intelligent. He uses creative intelligence, but he also uses the three together. That was there, the analytic, I believe, and the practical as well together. So he's really balanced in that and the way he expresses himself. And so it seemed to me like even though he has depression and anxiety in his life and sometimes foreboding about his future, that he actually has a good outlook on his future and a positive one. Um, yeah, that stood out as well. Another thing that stood out to me was that he said it was difficult to be an emerging adult, especially a white male, at least in where he lives now. Just the division there is and how much emphasis is put on political views. And he didn't strike me as somebody who was a fanatic or even held to many political views. He really says he tries to stay neutral, but it's very difficult because there is so much divisiveness, and he has really good friends on both sides. And so he sees just there's no real basing friendships any longer on the merit of actual loving and caring character. So he said that was difficult for him because he feels not like his friends on maybe the liberal side judge him, but there's times that he feels like he's this white male, and he's heard them about white privilege and systemic racism, and so there's sort of that judgment prevalent. And then on the conservative sides, there's always this expectation that he as a Christian should just jump right into their conversation of hate and all these different other things. So I really resonated with that and just felt that is an issue. Really detracts from what God really desires for us in relationship to be with other people. So Yeah, he was a really striking young man, mature beyond his years, and I just felt that he was a very good person and that he's going to succeed in life with whatever he does. Um, Thank you again for this class. I really enjoyed it and learned a whole lot. Thanks, Dr. Wilson.